Hi there. My name is Jayne Akinyi, CEO and founder of Dada Dunia. Thank you so much for making space in your day to watch this video. I really, really appreciate it. And before we jump into the juicy part, the business, I did want to share a little bit about myself because I feel like we are human first before the business. I've been fortunate and curious enough to have lived on four continents. And honestly, Canada is the first country that allowed me to truly build and create. It's also the first country that I won my first business award from the Chamber of Commerce, and the first country where I started to intentionally transform people's lives. So, all this to say is that my business is truly, truly a reflection of my experiences, my journey, and also of the real gap in the market. I remember immigrating to Canada back in 2021 when COVID was happening and thinking it should be super easy for me to find a job online. I mean, I have a media and communications degree, I have a master's in film practice, I have lived experience. But what I kept on hearing is, Jayne, you don't have enough Canadian experience. You have no Canadian experience, so we can't hire you. And I was like, what? But then my second thought was, if it's this hard for me here in Canada to get a remote job, how hard is it for women back in Africa? And that led me down a path of discovery. 1 year of market research, speaking to over 200 women, over 50 businesses, really just trying to understand their pain points and the gap. And what I found was for businesses, they're looking for long term support, people that understand the business, that can take all the overwhelm from them. But they also want to pay ethically. And for these women, they were finding remote opportunities, but they were severely underpaying them. One woman I spoke to was paid $1 to format a document. Another was paid $10 for lead generation. And often I found that there wasn't a lack of skill. The barrier here was due to the perceived accent of these African women, their skin color, and their location. And that's where Dada Dunia was born. We are an ethical social enterprise that connects African women to socially responsible businesses in Canada that are looking for virtual support, from admin to project management to social media. Anything you can do virtually, we tend to help our clients. And we focus on three main areas in our business. Number one is to really ease the load of the businesses and founders we work with by connecting them to the women that understand these businesses. They create workflows that actually make a difference in their lives and in their businesses. Second, we work to empower African women by providing training, by providing emotional intelligence workshops and guidance to really move them from this survival mode that they're in to new possibilities and new ways of thinking. And third, we create space for genuine cultural exchange. Our team and our clients have an opportunity to learn from each other, to challenge assumptions, and to grow together. And over the years, we've been able to make such incredible impact. I remember during our first year, one of our first clients was a Dragon's Den winner, who then referred us to our longtime client, who is the first Black Big Brother Canada winner. And just 11 months after registering, we won New Business of the Year award from the Chamber of Commerce. And I still remember going up on stage, having to give a speech in front of 1,000 people. And I was like, is this really happening? But it was. Since then, we put systems, people, processes in place to really help us with scaling. And we put a retainer model in place that allowed us to get to our first 10K month in December 2024. So, right now, we've reached this critical point in our business where what we've been doing isn't enough to take us to who we are now becoming. With our audacious goal to hire one African woman in all 54 African countries by November 2027, I realized that we need to move differently. And so, really getting into this program will change the trajectory of Dada Dunia. It will open us up to new markets. It will create more opportunities for African women, and it will allow us to scale ethically. So I'm really looking forward to the opportunity of getting into this program and keep on changing lives. Thank you so much and have an amazing day. Bye.